Oh wait, good morning. I'm gonna wait for a few more people to join. We're gonna go over what I got on my mystery box today. So just give it a few more minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the box and then we'll get started shortly. I didn't open it, my kids did, because they couldn't help themselves. But I haven't looked in what I got yet. So I received the Counterculture DIY large mystery box. They're having this sale, I believe, all through the end of the month. Don't quote me on that though, but I believe it is. And they have different sizes, small, medium, and large. So this happens to be the large one that you can get for $80, and the value, I believe, it can go up to $160, if not more. I think it's more, actually, it might be more. So yeah, feel free to ask me any questions. If you got a mystery box, I would love to know what you got on yours. Today was the first day of school, so I've kind of been on a hiatus lately. I was really trying to focus in on the kids this summer because I'm always so busy working, cleaning, creating, all of the things, and time goes by so fast. And you know, next thing I know, they're 21 years old. So it's really trying to, you know, zone in on that this summer and really spend time with my kiddos. And so my studio is my first day back in the studio for over a month now, and I'm so excited to get to creating. And I'm so excited to see what I got in my mystery package, because I know this is just gonna pump me up even more to get down here and make some stuff. So I'm excited. I need this. But all right, I'm slowly gonna start unpackaging and seeing what I got in here. Again, if you got one, I would love to know what you got so we can compare and we can kind of see what all the different things that we get. Again, this you buy for $80, and we can maybe try to add up to see how much the value of all the things that are in here, how much it would be if you were to buy piece by piece. But I think it's gonna be, I'm so excited. This reminds me of like the mystery, I don't know if you guys remember like the mystery like Hello Kitty bags. I used to love Hello Kitty as a child. And then you would go to the store and you would get mystery bags, and I always loved those because sometimes it's hard to make up your mind. It's nice for somebody else to make it for you. So, woo! All right, already, look at this. Loaded. $80. And I can tell you already, the mats, I believe, are like $35. Which I love their mats. I have them all throughout. They last forever. So already, large mat. Let's open it up so we can see if you haven't gotten one yet. So you can see how big they are, how cute they are. And keep your workspace clean. I always like having a couple of these, so this is great because sometimes, you know, I'm too lazy to clean them, and it's nice to swap them out. Yay! Oh, it's, wait a minute. Heck yeah. All right. Ooh, I got some more glitter. I've been working a lot with glitter lately, which has been fun. I'll show you some examples of my work. All right, next we got the Spectrum die. This I use, or you can use with your UV resin. Let's open it up. Kind of like how you do with your alcohol inks on your artist resin and stuff like that. These are dyes and colors that you could use for your UV resin. So it comes with, how many are in here? 20 pieces. Shake them up. It's awesome. I don't use this as often, but I'm actually going to be working with UV resin today. So this will be great. Yay! Speaking of UV resin, this is awesome. It's going to give me so much more time to have 2 lamps. UV lamp. If you guys have not gotten one of these, what are you doing with your life? Let me show you. I'm going to set it up now. It's pretty much like 2 lamps in one, which is amazing because you could use both at the same time and have a larger like curing station, or you can just do one at a time. So like this is one whole one, right? This would be considered the top if you put it together. This is the bottom, but you can also use them separately like this, or you connect them together and then you have UV light on the top and the bottom, which is awesome for, well, for anything really, so you don't have to keep flipping your projects around. And then these are the slots that go inside. I'll show you. Hello, hello, good morning to the new joiners. All right, and then this one goes. On the top like this. So you can slide, you know, several different projects in here, in the top, on the bottom, and sometimes I even put some down here. So this is tons of creative space. You can undo it and have 2 different slots if you would like. Like this too, if you want to have them separated. But these lamps are amazing and they're super cute. It's got 3 different time settings on it. It's got 60 seconds, 180 seconds, and 300 seconds. So this will get your stuff cured brilliantly and fast and be super cute at the same time. So it's a win-win-win. Alright, so far I've got the Spectrum dies, the mat, and the lamp, and I believe the lamp itself is 40 bucks. The mats, I believe they're 35. So with those 2 alone, you're already at pretty much at the $80 mark, which is how much this whole entire box was. Next, I got a little bottle of UV resin. This stuff is awesome. There's really so much you can do with UV resin, not just make jewelry and stuff like that. I use this as a tool in between my pores to keep things in place. It'll save me a step, like bugs. I actually recently made a video on that, so if you're wondering take a look at it. It is on the Counterculture DIY Instagram page, and I believe it's on the TikTok page. And then you can give me a follow on Instagram. My username is Creations by Sabrina. I can drop that link down below in the comments if you would like. And you could use my code Created to Create for an additional 10% off. So can also drop that down on the comments. But yeah, I'm super excited. UV resin, like I said, isn't just got one thing that you can use it for. There's several things you can use it for. And if you have any other questions about that, you can ask your questions below and I can try to answer them as best as I can. All right. Next, we've got Quick Coat. Quick Coat also is one of those things that has many different uses. And this bottle, I believe, is around $40. So already I'm looking at definitely over $100 already in the value of this box, which we received for $80. And you will receive for $80. This is a large mystery box. Quick Coat is also one of those things, like I said, that has many different things you can use it for. I personally use it to coat any kind of wood or mushrooms, which I can show you an example of. So this will seal things for you without you having to resin it before. I sealed the background, this wood piece behind the mushrooms. The mushrooms I sealed with UV resin, and then this whole wood I sealed it with a Quick Coat. As you can see, it doesn't really has a little bit of a shine. You just can't tell on the camera. But it did bring out a lot of the color on the wood. The wood was a little bit more gray, and it definitely brought out some of those warmer tones on the wood. So that's just an example of what I would use Quick Coat for. Again, you can also use it to seal things before you put it in resin. As it describes, Quick Coat is a non-yellowing sealer that can be applied to 3D Create. So also, I use that from time to time. I haven't used a 3D Create. I'm Spanish, I can't talk. My accent is terrible. So yeah, I haven't used it in a while, but I used to use it, and I still have some. I used to make these moons with it, and I'm excited to try that on it, because that would also skip a step for me. So yeah, Quick Coat. So far we have the matte, the UV resin, the UV lamp, the spectrum dye, and the Quick Coat. All right. Next we have Shock Paint, Pop of Color. I love this stuff, and I'm working on, I got the pink, which I'm actually all out of this color, so that's awesome. But this is a pastel from their pastel collection. It's Cotton Candy. And then we got the Neon Yellow, and this is from their Neon Yellow collection. I just got done making a sign for my shop, and these are the paints that I use. They're super thick. Well, not thick. I don't want you to think that they're like pasty, because they're not. But what I'm trying to say is that when you apply it, you don't have to use several coats. So they're not translucent. They're very bright, and it skips you a lot of steps. They dry really fast, which is awesome. I personally love that. I'm not much of a oil-based painter. So these are awesome, and they also have like a matte finish, which I also really like. because you can add the shine to any paint. You can't take it out. So I personally prefer more of a matte color finish on my paints. So I will be uploading that sign that I did for the shop soon with all pop-up color paints. I recently got that neon bundle, which is awesome. I strongly suggest getting it if you want something bright and really pops out, almost fluorescent. They're pretty much fluorescent. So I use that for my open sign for my shop. I own a little gallery here in town, and that's what I used, and it catches people's attention like crazy. It's super fun. And like I said, they're really fast drying, which is awesome, especially if you're trying to get something done quickly. I see a lot of people use these for their tumblers, which are awesome because, again, they dry very fast. So you can add your layer. You can even dry it off with a hair dryer or your heat gun, and they'll dry right up, and they are so pretty. So pop-up color paints, I got 2, and to go with those colors, I see what they did here. I got 2 of their new glitters, and now they are delivering them like this, I believe, for all of them, which is amazing because you have your little container here. It's got the one with the holes and then one with the big application. And I absolutely love their glitters. So I got yellow and pink to kind of match my yellow and pink pop-up colors. So cute. I use glitter for many things. I'm just gonna show you a little thing that, something I'm working on that I'm really excited to finish, because this is gonna be the last coat I have on this piece. And I've been dying to get back down to the studio to work on it. So this is just one example of many of the things that I make. But just so you can see what I use glitter for. I don't know if you can see it that good. Lighting is not doing it justice right now. Let's try there. So this has very wide variety of their glitter. I can't talk this morning. But yeah, this will be one of my new pieces coming up, and I will be doing a process video for this too. I got 1 layer left on this piece. Then I pop it out of the mold. I stain it down real good, and then I add a top coat, and this will be finished. I believe it already has a home, so that's exciting. Another example of my work. I love to do nature scenes. Is kind of my favorite thing to do, but yeah. So that was everything that I got in my mystery box, my large mystery box. Again, it's $80 to purchase, and I believe we have close to a $200 value of items in it. I got glitter, 2 pop-up color paints. I got another amazing matte, which this matte is awesome. Then I also got the quick coat spectrum die. And last but not least, UV resin and the UV lamp. Don't sleep on this deal, guys. One of the many reasons I love Counterculture DIY is not only because of their great products, but they have awesome sales. They have awesome bundles. Always keep your eye out. So yeah, don't sleep on it. I hope you guys have a good day and happy creating. Bye.